Hey, it's Zach here with another John Steinbeck book review. This time we'll be looking at Grapes of Wrath, one of my personal favorites by this author. I can tell you a couple reasons why I love it, but I'll just start off with a quote from the book that really stuck with me. It goes, "It ain't that big. The whole United States ain't that big. It ain't that big. It ain't big enough. There ain't room enough for you and me, for your kind and my kind, for rich and poor, together all in one country, for thieves and honest men, for hunger and fat." John Steinbeck. So why I picked that quote is it had to do with something that I really, really enjoyed about Grapes of Wrath, and that is the fact that it took a good story and good characters, but applied it to a very significant time in American culture. So what John Steinbeck does with his kind of writing is he draws you in, he gets you attached to these characters, you follow them on their journey, you're interested in the plot, the setting, and all that, but you walk away with this pretty deep understanding of a historical time period that even though it's not explicitly stated to you, you just learn from interactions with characters. And I picked this quote because of the diction. So you have him saying ain't room enough for you and me and stuff like that. Like those are the things that they used to say back in this time, and it kind of puts you in that time period when you hear things and read things like this. So I would tell anyone to read this book just because, even if you're not a huge Steinbeck fan in his language, which would be completely ridiculous. He's one of the best writers I've read. But you should read it just to gain some knowledge about the Dust Bowl, coming to California, poverty, farming trade. Like, it was a crazy time period, and it's totally brushed over, just because, like, history books don't really cover stuff like this. They're kind of looking at the wealthy classes and, the successes of America. This was a serious issue in America for a long time. You had these families that were uprooted from their farms, getting kicked off by the sharecroppers that would come in and buy massive. This is like the first. This is the introduction of corporations to America, and you have sharecroppers coming in to buy all this land, and you get these families that once owned this land for generations being just kicked off because they're being bought out and whatnot, and then they're being told to still work on their land. Only instead of them gaining the profits from their yield, that goes all to the corporation, and they're left with basically just room and board, which is, no less than slavery in my opinion. So, I didn't know anything about sharecropping, this time period, the Dust Bowl, ranching, California, any of that. And then I read this story completely, enthralled by the Jodes, like, story. The grandma's getting sick, they gotta make it to California to get the money. Time's running out, it's getting really intense. But like the whole time I'm learning about something that's pretty significant. So I would recommend this to anyone that likes history, likes a good writer, likes a good story, because it has all the above. Thank you.